We are live. We are live. We are live. We are live. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the wrestling show that has no name. I am Barry Grant Jr. If you see me with the sunglasses, that means I am in mourning right now and I don't want to talk about it. But I am here with my good friend Josh Tariff. Maybe he can be able to make me feel better, or maybe not. I don't think anybody can make me feel better right now. So,
well, we know you're in mourning clearly because this is the last episode of our podcast with John Cena as an active wrestler.
Is that what it is?
That is, I'm sure, the only reason that you feel sad in the morning. It has nothing to do with any type of professional sports team in the New York area that may or may not have lost some of their best players in free agency over the last 24 hours. It has nothing to do with any of that. It's solely about John Cena because that's what today's episode is about. It's all about John Cena.
So I should just keep it on John Cena, right? Because I shouldn't vent. I shouldn't vent about anything else.
No,
we just celebrate John Cena.
No, it has nothing to do with that guy with a baseball head behind you on the wall, lying down instead of standing up and dancing. Yeah. There's nothing to do with that. It's almost like he met up with someone. I don't know. It's like you took a bite out of a big spoiled apple. I just can't put my finger on it. I'm doing all right. I'm hanging in there. Not too bad. Not too bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not wearing, shades to hide my eyes right now. I'm wearing glasses so I can see better.
Yeah. I don't want you to see the redness in the eyes. It's been a rough day. Listen, we are going to discuss probably the greatest wrestler of all time in WWE. We're not saying we're not going to use that as the greatest of all time because come on now, like wrestling has had some great wrestlers, but when we're talking about WWE, when we're talking about the impact, we are talking about John Cena. Shouts to John Cena. His last match will be on Saturday night's main event against Gunther. What a year it's been, right? It's first off, let's just start there in regards to, when the announcement came down, everybody was so excited to know that we were going to get not a full year, but at least we're going to get X amount of dates in a calendar year for John Cena and really be able to enjoy him because we really haven't been able to enjoy John Cena a lot over these last 6-7 years, right? Like he's been very in and out, doing his Hollywood thing, building his brand, but we've missed him here. And the fact that we were going to get this opportunity to be able to get him a little bit more, it was just exciting for everybody. And, the fact that we're pretty much at the end now, it doesn't even feel real. Like I just remember when he started, you know what I mean? And now it's like we're really here at the end of this thing, man. So, it's bittersweet. We're going to celebrate John Cena, but it's just like, man, like what time really does go fast.
Yeah, Coach, it's crazy because I remember watching his, TV debut as far as like when he debuted on SmackDown against Kurt Angle. I was a sophomore in college.
Yeah.
Actually, I might have still been a freshman. I don't remember exactly what month it happened, but in 2002 was end of freshman year into sophomore year of college, and that was what I would think would be a lifetime ago.
Yeah,
but it really was not that long, and it's just all flown by like that with so many different times of. Obviously watching him on Raw, SmackDown, ECW, NXT, pay-per-view, PLE, live events, movies, TV, etc.
Yeah.
And obviously the movies and TV, that's still going to be going on. But it is crazy to think he has been a regular in our TV wrestling fan lives for 23 years.
Insane.
Yeah. I mean, Phillip Rivers had 19 kids over that time span. I had to throw some sports in this.
The fact that Philip Rivers is back is insane. Just doesn't make sense. It was just really crazy.
I mean, maybe that will motivate Cena that he can go a few more years if Philip Rivers is back in the NFL.
Yeah, listen, man, Ric Flair went a long time. Maybe John Cena can say, I'm unretired. I will never retire. That's what I want to hear out of John Cena. So Ric Flair,
like, psych, I ain't going anywhere. I got 200 dates set for next year.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's just, but so, let's go ahead and just discuss the actual match. Gunther is facing John Cena, and we kind of knew that once we saw Gunther return and come in and be inserted into the tournament, we were just like, okay, Gunther's winning. Like it was pretty cut and dry that you were not going to beat Gunther on his return back. So, it was already stamped for us. But the biggest thing for me is we talked about this some weeks back where we already see the play. We've seen it since Gunther got in. Like we saw it. You mapped it out. It was very, very detailed, and it was on the money. It was spot on. Gunther is going to tap John Cena out.
And not only that, last week on SmackDown, when he defeated LA Knight, he debuted a new submission.
Right.
He debuted a whole new hold that caused LA Knight to eventually tap out. And then this past Monday on Raw, in Gunther's promo, he even said, I'm going to be the first person to make you give up.
Yep.
And tap out.
And that's the story. The line is that Mr. Never Give Up has nothing left and he has to give up.
Right. Because I really don't see it ending with passing out. I think it's more likely Cena wins the match than him pass out.
Right.
I am not ruling out Cena winning. It's not as likely. And since Cena, his frame of mind has always been about giving back and pushing for the future, I'm not expecting it. However, this is one of those rare scenarios where I don't think people would really be mad if he won the match. Do you?
No, I don't think so. I think people would be excited because here's the thing. If Gunther wins, I don't know if it does anything to like put the rocket behind his back and make him more dominant than he's already been. Like Gunther's Gunther. Like, he's the guy. And if he loses, it does nothing to him at all. Like, this is not something that's going to set him back. So he's really much in a situation where it's like, okay, I'm not going to elevate him anymore because he's already at the top, right? Like, he's not champion, but he's very close to just being the marquee names in the company, right? So how much higher?
He was just on First Take today with Stephen A. Smith.
So there you go, right? So, and if he loses, it's not going to sink him where he's now going to be a mid-card guy. Gunther is a main event guy, not a mid-card guy. So win or lose, he's still going to be the same person. You know what I mean? So I think just for people, the fact that Cena has taken some losses lately, like I think it might be a feel-good story for just to let Cena just win this and go out on top, right?
Yeah, I mean, I could see there being a moment in the match where Gunther, I don't know, say he hit multiple power bombs and Cena is out, but Gunther just stands there, and because instead he's like, he'd go for the pin, but he chooses to not go for the pin, because he wants to make him give up, and maybe that costs him. So maybe he gets cocky and Cena finds a way to super Cena up and power back to get the win. I mean, I'm still, of course, leaning towards Gunther winning because that is the most obvious choice with it. And with that, then you're starting to turn Gunther into the new legend killer. because he retired Goldberg. He would retire Cena. If he were to beat Cena, then I would bet the house that in 2026 he retires AJ Styles
and Chris Jericho.
and Chris Jericho. And then in 2027 or whenever it is, retire Randy Orton. However many years Orton has left. Like he would be
according to Orton, he wants to wrestle until he's in his 50s. So I don't know. We'll see.
How old is he now?
40, 45 or something like that.
So he's got 5 more years?
Maybe. Or 10.
I mean, right now, the way he's been performing, I don't see why not.
Yeah.
As I pull it up, yes, you're right. He is 45.
Yeah.
So yeah, as far as the match, also, this match is going to go long.
I would hope so. I think I hope that we get at least 30 minutes out of them. You think Cena can go 30?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, based with the pacing and things of that nature, the submissions, the rest holds, etc. They're going to go, the two of them will go over 30. I can see this going like maybe it could go up to like 45.
Really? I mean, shit. Why not? Because it is his last match. There is he's not wrestling ever again. So if he goes 45 minutes, I wouldn't be shocked just because he wants to give his all to the fans.
And I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if they really took you're on Peacock. We have no time restrictions.
Right. Go crazy.
Things. Go as long as you feel you can go.
Yeah.
And when you're ready to take it home, then
tell
each other you're taking it home.
Yep.
So there's going to be so much adrenaline for all of them. Everyone, even the ref, whoever the referee is for the match.
Yeah.
There's going to be so much adrenaline going with it, and so much emotion that we will hear out of Michael Cole.
Right.
It's going to be a an event that people our age will definitely remember. You know, it's one of those matches where, okay, well, if you watch matches with kids and kids run around, because kids be kids and play with stuff or ask questions or this or that. This could be like one of those matches where you're just like, no, I need to watch this in another room. I got to be away from it because I can't be distracted at all. I want my full focus to be on this match and this moment.
Absolutely.
And what's interesting is various reports today are saying that the plan is for this match to open the show.
Now that's interesting, Josh. That is really interesting because the entire show is wrapped around John Cena. So it's like, here's my, I want you to go into it, but this is my understanding or how my thought process is, because I have a logical brain, and when things don't make sense to me, and now I have to go ahead and try to
is it that logical? You're wearing sunglasses indoors. You're not performing on a wrestling show.
I do that a lot. Okay, I'm just a character. I like glasses. Okay, the lights in my eyes. Okay,
your own lights that you could turn off.
My own lights are in my eyes. Yes.
Okay.
So I envision this as like the entire show. They're dropping vignettes. They're dropping memories. They're doing this like you can still do that, but it just doesn't have the same feel if he's already performed, right?
Right.
Like, so I understand that they can be able to do that, but for me, this is the last show. If this whole show was wrapped around John Cena's last match, then I don't think that that's a smart idea to have him go on first, because you can be able to get so much more out of this particular special event, that the replay value on that is going to be just like historic in regards to how many people continue to go back to this, just because of the entire show's presentation was awesome, right? And that's what you want. You want that replay value. But if you just have him on first, like it's just a regular PLE, kind of just, you know, the little candle that has the spark, and then the sparkler goes out prematurely. It's just like, like what is this? That's how it feels to me. So no, I hope they don't do that, but I would love to hear your take.
So yeah, he absolutely should be the closer of the show. I mean, that's a no-brainer. His mindset is always about, hey, building to the other people, what's best for the business, and wanting to push the other guys. So, and the other guys being what's announced, you have Cody versus Obafemi, you have Sol Ruka versus Bailey, and you have Javon Evans and Leon Slater. So a TNA guy against who's AJ and AJ Styles and Dragon Lee.
Yeah.
So
that card is not good enough to have Cena go on first.
I mean, on paper, no. And the reason for that is so many people who only watch WWE, maybe not NXT, obviously they have no idea who those people are.
Right. They will cut it off after the first match.
So my thought is, you got to set the show one of two ways. So the obvious way is Cena match is the main event. As you mentioned, various vignettes and things like that throughout the show. You also have the other matches, so the NXT guys can show off, and you better have at least one of them win.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think you need to have 2 out of the 3 win. Now, which are the 2? Who knows? But we will have to wait and see with that. But in addition with that, I want various backstage segments of different people approaching Cena. And I don't want Cena to say a word. Well, obviously, if he has to respond to things, that's fine. But for example, I want a backstage with Cena and Miz. With Miz complaining that he should have had the match, bring up various things, they shake hands. I want a backstage segment with Cena and R-Truth. And R-Truth is trying to convince Cena for them to go after the tag titles. Or now he's angry that he said no, so he's challenging him to a match. And Cena's like, no, this is like, this is it. This is the last time. Fine, you and me at WrestleMania. No, I'm not going to be there. Like this is it. And then he tells R-Truth, like, you're grown up now, or something like that.
I release you.
Right. Someone's like that. I would love some type of backstage segment with him and Charlotte, or one of Charlotte or Becky or Rhea, or or something, even Bailey.
Yeah, him, Bailey, Punk.
Segment with Punk. Segment with Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
Segment with Jay, like all different people. There could be segments where they're kind of the promo with him and also thanking him, to then lead into the match. Whatever happens in the match happens in the match. He does his goodbye promo. The entire stage fills with the entire locker room, send them off and all that, all in Cena gear or whatever, all wearing hats, whatever they want to do. So that's option 1, which is the way I feel would be, in my mind, would work out best. Option 2, where if they were having him as the opening match, he is still closing the show.
Okay, so he comes out to do his farewell.
He comes out because he is immediately being inducted into the Hall of Fame. They're just doing the whole night for him and just wrapping it up there.
Wow.
He has the match.
Surprisingly,
they have the match. I think it'd be someone like that he knows about, but obviously not publicized. So then we find out, like, after the match happens, he doesn't cut a promo then. But we find out like he's going to address the crowd at the end, where then at the end, it's Triple H who announces we're doing the induction of him. And then he gets to go to the ring, cut a promo and thank you speech as long as he wants, with then everyone coming out on the stage. So then you don't get the backstage segments that I described. You still get the other matches. So your main would essentially be Cody versus Obafemi, where, yeah, casual fan might not be a fan of that because they don't know Obafemi. News for you, that match is going to be great. Oba is going to crush it in that match. And I have all the faith in the world in Obafemi for that match. I'm so glad that he got the opportunity for it. Your impression of his walk right now wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
That's my guy, man. I love Oba.
The Rula. So that is the alternative. Now, again, it would be much, much better for the general audience. You close it, promo, goodbyes with all the stuff leading up to it, because it is a Cena-themed evening. Mm-hmm. Now, you could even still announce then that he's going to headline the Hall of Fame. So then, but then that would be for obviously the actual Hall of Fame ceremony. So if you're going to have Cena open the show because he wants to do that, and I respect that he wants to do that, then do it.
Yeah.
And do the induction right then and there, because he gets his own celebration based on what he's done for the company and what he's done for pro wrestling, and for as long as he's been the guy.
So you say that his own thing. So you say that the induction happens there, not just he's being announced to be in the Hall of Fame.
If Cena opens the show, if his match is the opener, his Hall of Fame induction closes.
Wow.
Will that happen? Probably not.
Probably not, but it's a interesting.
But if we're not going to get Cena having his match to close his night, then that's the way that you can make all the Cena fans and wrestling fans still rejoice in the John Cena themed evening.
You are very creative in regards to your mind. That's very interesting.
Some people call it a crazy mind, so I appreciate you calling it creative.
Yeah, I mean, it's a gift and a curse. It could be.
Yeah. So let me throw it to you though. If these rumors are true and he is opening the show, do you foresee, aside from the match and whatever happens when the match is done, do we even see Cena at all the rest of the night?
Knowing Cena, and because he's such a guy that just wants to get out of the way and let the young, let the future of the business carry the night, I can see that happening as well. But that is going to be very anticlimactic for everyone involved. I think even the performers know that it's John Cena's night. And I don't think that even they would want that, right?
Right.
I think that it's something that, it's a celebration of his career. It's a celebration of everything. Everybody wants to be a part of that. And yes, they're still going to be a part of it. But, to me, it's just like I'm sure these tickets are insanely expensive, right? For Saturday night's main event.
Oh, God. Yes. And I think there are still some on sale because they were so expensive.
Yeah. So just think about that. If you go ahead and you go and spend the money to be there because you want to be involved in John Cena's last match of his career, and he has the first match of the night, and you never see him again for the rest of the night, that would piss a lot of people off. And I don't think that WWE should be in the business of pissing people off consecutively, because they've done this a lot lately in 2025.
Now, so but I will say it's going to be the type of thing with that, though. I don't mean to cut you off, because that's going to be the type of thing where Cena will then talk about, hey, no, this was my decision. I asked him to do this.
It's not going to matter.
I agree with you, but he's going to try to do it, and then they're all going to be like, well, why'd you allow him to have his decision there?
Yeah. WWE, like WWE, it doesn't matter what happens at that point. He's gonna be the company man and get in front of it. It's not gonna matter. It's not gonna matter.
By the way, row A, seat 2, section 5. So this is the front row of front row of the side that, the hard cam, will see you. The next to last seat on the right side. That ticket is listed as available currently as a verified resale for the low price on Ticketmaster of $49,028.
Yo, WWE, they're crazy.
Verified resale for that front row, for a single front row ticket. Now, if that's, if you find that to be too expensive, well, you can, if I were, say, okay, I'm going to be section 100, which is above the floor, middle section. So you're looking, it's going to be a great center shot. Seats 1 through 8 in row J. So middle of that section, 8 straight seats are available because that is now getting close to the hard cam. So they have fewer seats available over there. That is $841.
That's better than $49,000.
Well, no. Well, of course. You almost made me curse. You almost made me curse for the first time on this show. The cheapest seat that is available, I'm just going to look for a single ticket.
It has to. It's not going to be any lower than $200.
The $354.
Yep. So that's the lowest
cheapest, and that is back corner, and you will probably be blocked by the Tron.
So
based on where those seats are.
So it's an obstructed view seat.
It's not listed as obstructed view, but based on the setup, I wouldn't be surprised if it becomes obstructed. So your most expensive, your cheapest seat is 300. And why is this not in order? Here's one for 352. Well, $350. You're just going to say
$350. It's still yeah.
Is the cheapest seat to get in currently on Ticketmaster for John Cena's last match.
That's insane.
I do also want to try to look up. Is there a way I can look up how many tickets have been sold?
I think you can.
Yeah. So it's been reported for over 17,000 have been sold. But then how many people can it hold? I would think it's a basketball arena. It's where the Wizards play. So you would think that would be just about a sellout.
Yeah, it's close. It's close.
Yeah.
It's definitely close.
So it's a little bit of a drive for you, but you got an extra $49,000 for that ringside seat.
Yeah, sure. All I have to do is just sell my car. I have to make sure that I refinance the home. Probably find an old lady in the street and take her purse, and should be fine.
How much money do you think is in that one old lady's purse exactly?
There's a lot of old ladies in New York that have money.
Oh, okay. That's
a lot of pensions out there, right?
Yeah, pensions that they happen to keep in cash form in their purse. Got it.
One lump sum check in there, just like this big.
Yeah. All of a sudden, you take the purse, and it's just a bookcase of cash.
Right. Or just has a check that says pension on it.
A check written to cash.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, that's gonna happen. So yeah, go for it.
We have a question here by, was it KZ Ditsy? Is that what it says?
I'll take your word for it. KZ Ditsy, K's Ditsy, 8. Don't forget the number 8 at the end.
8, excuse me. Absolutely. Do we think there will be a lot of run-ins in Cena's last match? No, I don't believe so at all.
I don't think there'll be
it's going to be straight up, no run-ins. It's going to be 30, 45-minute match. Cena's going to give his all, and Gunther's going to make him look as best as possible, and it's just going to be a straight up clean match. So no run-ins at all.
The only thing acceptable would be before the match starts, R-Truth runs out and throws Gunther and Cena over the top rope, and he thinks he won the Rumble.
That'd be funny.
That's the only exception. R-Truth better make an appearance on Saturday in some capacity, not during the match. In some capacity, some interaction.
Some backstage seat. Have to, or even if he just cuts a promo by himself to just say, "Hey, this is my goodbye to Cena." You know what I mean?
A video package of him having his face photoshopped on a little kid watching John Cena on TV.
Little Jimmy?
Yeah, photoshopped on little Jimmy. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see with that. But with all that, I mean, obviously this week for all wrestling fans, it's nostalgia. It's feeling, wow, we've had so many memories with this one guy.
Yeah.
What is a memory that has stuck out to you? Maybe it's something you saw at a live event. Maybe it's a feud. Maybe it's a specific pay-per-view match, a Mania moment. Like, what is something or anything that's really stood out to you that make you really think about John Cena?
I don't remember what Royal Rumble it was. It might have been his first Royal Rumble when he was Thuganomics Cena. Mm-hmm. But he came out and he was cut and he was doing the rap song. And I remember that song in my head to this day.
Recite it. Do it right now.
Let me see if I can be able to.
Do it.
Hold on. It said, oh, God, I can't remember the opening line, but he said something over the top battle royal. I'm a witness. I'm going to make my impression. Show Vinnie Mac that I got ruthless aggression. The odds were even until they chose me. Now the 29 superstars and won something to MC. That was like one of my favorite moments because I'm like, yo, who does this? Like, this is so obnoxious, so stupid, but it fits him. It fits him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always remember that. Every single time I remember that. It's so great. So great.
So I just found the video.
There we go.
I will send it to you.
Yeah, send it to me so I can be able to
add it in here.
So that'd be great.
Could you play it?
Okay. I need to see that.
Matter of fact,
let me see. I could probably be able to find it. Where'd you find it on? YouTube?
I actually was starting to go through ChatGPT to try to get the actual lyrics to see how accurate you were.
Yeah.
And then it said, it's saying if it wants, you can try to reconstruct the rap by listening to the video. So I'm going to ask it to do that as well. But the name of the video was John Cena Raps to the Ring, Royal Rumble 2003.
There we go. 2003. That was my joint right there. Let me see.
But ChatGPT can't transcribe it since it's copyrighted material belonging to WWE.
Yes, I don't know. Maybe we might get dinged if we play it.
Okay. So we'll just assume that you got it perfectly correct then.
Or maybe can we listen to it? If we listen to it,
if we listen and talk over it, would that be fine?
I don't know. I don't know what YouTube's rules are. That'd be interesting, but
because we're currently making millions of dollars off this episode.
Correct. But that was one of my interesting moments, just because it was just like, it was very, very new. He was on the scene. He was really getting into his heel persona, and he was just somebody that I particularly couldn't hate John Cena. Like there was never a time that I hated John Cena at any point of his run. Like that was just cool to me. You know what I'm saying? So that stuck out to me in regards to just being like really, really unique. And it was just like, he's so different than what we've ever had. Like, you know what I mean? Like the whole package was just like, okay, there's something here. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's something here. What about you?
Well, I mean, my first real memory, besides obviously, the one that we'll always see on TV highlighting with his actual debut, was in your neck of the woods, WrestleMania 20, Madison Square Garden. My first WrestleMania I ever went to.
Excuse me, not him and Big Show. It was.
No, you're right. Him and Big Show.
Yeah, that's I was thinking about
and
JBL
for the U.S. title.
Yes, picked up the Big Show.
John Cena. Well, now I can't remember which one came out first between Big Show or Cena. It might have been Big Show because he had the pyro.
Right.
But I mean, sitting there, obviously that's the first time I've seen Cena in person. I've seen Big Show and always been mesmerized by just how gigantuous he is. And as big as Cena looked on TV, looked so tiny compared to Big Show.
Yeah.
And opening WrestleMania, and with the ref not looking, he took his chain, clocked Big Show with it. Big Show bounced off the ropes, and he got him up for what was then called the FU.
Yeah, and the crowd went crazy.
Bananas.
Yeah, they went
even
crazy.
I was there with my dad, and my dad would watch wrestling to tolerate it because he knew I loved it.
Yeah.
And that was one of the few moments that I remember my dad even reacting to something on the show.
How impressed he was. Yeah.
Yeah. Of the fact that he lifted him up on his shoulders. And then his first title in WWE
was the U.S. title.
And then, what was it? A week later, we got the beginning of the spinner belts.
Got the spinner belt. It was terrible looking. That
one
awful. Looked like a toy more than the WWE Championship did.
Yeah. So that's one that has always, stood out to me because I got to witness it. Yeah. Another one that I got to witness was SummerSlam. I want to say it was 2014 when Brock Lesnar murdered him.
Oh, you were there?
That was in LA.
Oh,
that was at what was then called Staples Center, now Crypto.com Arena.
Of course.
I was there, and I was sitting with my friends, and we're just, just like everyone else in the audience, just so shocked at what was going on.
Yeah.
But then, the thought, because at that point, I've now been working in wrestling.
Yeah.
And I've been working in wrestling for a little while at that point, and my thought was just like, for someone at the height and level that he is, to whether he was fully on board with it or just agreed with it, but to understand Lesnar's coming off ending the Undertaker's streak, it makes the most sense for him to destroy me. Destroy someone who has been unbeatable for so long.
Yeah.
To help elevate someone else. Because obviously, if you remember, up until this point, all the talk was, hey, if you're stuck with Cena, you're going to get buried.
Yeah.
Go see Nexus.
Go see this
guy or that guy.
Super Cena.
Well, Super Cena found his kryptonite that night.
Yeah.
Because it was something along the lines of like 20 German suplexes, like 5 or 6 F5s.
Yeah.
It was an absolute massacre. And so from someone in the wrestling business to understand, hey, he's doing this for the good of wrestling, while at the same time for the kids then coming back and, fighting back is like, yeah, could I get beat up? Yes. Am I scared? Yes. But I'm going to, man up and do like this and all that, never give up, et cetera, et cetera. And it's just like, you are hitting it for all levels of knowledge and age and passions. And it shows like, okay, you truly get
it.
The business the sport, the entertainment, the story.
Right. I mean, think about it, right? John Cena is a super fan. And this guy grew up as a super fan. His father took him to events. He was always just infatuated with wrestling, and he became what he's always been a fan of. And he exactly the same feeling that he had as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the most special thing about John Cena as well, is that you don't see a lot of athletes who are that okay with passing the torch, right?
Yeah.
Who's always just been, what's the best thing for us to be able to continue rolling this ball forward, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Not because I'm the guy and I need to be the guy that pushes the ball forward. What is the best thing to do for the business? And I think if there's anything people can take away from John Cena with her coming up, is that this is about entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
The more you entertain, the more you have believability, the more you allow people to be invested in whatever storyline that you guys are telling, and whatever story you're telling in that ring, they're going to continue to come back and want more.
Right.
So it doesn't matter about wins and losses. It doesn't matter about all of these things. It doesn't matter about if I have the championship or not. It's about what is the best thing to be able to make everybody look good,
Mm-hmm.
not just myself. And that's a big thing in wrestling, is that ego is huge. And I'm sure John Cena has an ego, but it's not to the point where it kept the company hostage, because he was always willing to do what is best for business.
And it's so funny you mention that, because another memory that I have that always stuck in my head that never ever got brought up in any like future TV storyline, and I was always upset about it.
Yeah,
because I felt like it was something there with it, and it was also in my mind, and me thinking he wasn't looking for anything further in the business. He was looking for himself. Obviously, we know that's not the case.
Yeah,
back then, at one point with one of his many feuds with Edge on Raw, there was a segment of some kind with Cena's dad along with Edge. And there was a point where there was some type of threat that was there, where if Cena like put his hands on Edge, or if Cena left the arena to go back to his dad's house where Edge, like to protect his dad from Edge, because like a week or two prior, Edge came to his dad's house, that he would then lose his opportunity at a title shot against Edge.
Right.
Like that was the story with it. And there's a point where he is arguing with his dad. John Cena Sr. and John Cena are having an argument. And Cena's dad is telling him, no, you can't do that. You'll lose your title shot. And Cena, and maybe other title shots. And I remember when that was said, no one commented anything. And I was just like, wait a minute. Why does he just assume that he's going to have more title shots?
Yeah.
I cannot tell you how many dreams I have had where I got to the level of being in WWE and I am cutting a promo in the ring for whoever I was managing against John Cena. And I'm like, and the biggest thing is wrestling fans tend to forgive and forget. I don't forgive what you said back then. Roll the footage. And then the Tron airs the clip. And like, why did you just always assume you would be in the title picture? Because you're Vince McMahon's little golden boy, blah, 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 blah. Like, I had that so engraved into my memory when that passive line happened that was never brought up again for anything, anyone. And it stuck with me because in my mind, like, why does he think he's going to be around for all that stuff.
That's interesting.
Well, he was right. He clearly was around.
Yeah, he
for
was
everything.
right, but it's like, you know, you're just like, hold on, wait a second, what's happening here? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's the type of thing where, again, like there's just a random line that's not meant to be the punchline or not meant to be the thing that stands out, but is always stuck with you. Yeah. There are those different things from different shows that we like where, oh, we remember this character, remember, you know, oh, it was known for this line, but I remember that other line.
Yeah.
Like one of my favorite Saturday Night Live lines of all time was not the punchline at all. It was an episode where Jennifer Lopez was hosting. So this is back in like the mid to late 90s where Chris Kattan had his Mango character. Oh, you remember Mango?
Mm-hmm.
The skit starts with Jennifer Lopez acting like she's filming one of her music videos. And Chris Parnell, the great comedic actor and voiceover guy who was on Saturday Night Live for a number of years, was a terrible background dancer for her. And she stops, is like, cut. This guy's awful. He's got to go. Which later on led to then Mango being in, and that was for the whole bit of the scene. But then Chris Parnell's response to her saying, oh, he's awful, he's got to go. Chris Parnell then goes, awful or great? A passive line, no one gave a damn about it.
And that's
one of my all-time favorite one-liners in SNL because it was just so out there. Because she said awful or great.
Yeah.
It's just like, what that? But that's what that line was with Cena.
Right. It stuck out to you.
It just stuck out like a sore thumb. Yeah. And still to this day, it does.
Yeah.
And I need to revisit that segment and hear it again.
You have to. We got a question here. It says, do we think he will have an insane last entrance or do his classic entrance for the last time? I think we're going to get classic John Cena. Comes out, you know, goes left, you know, or pans right, pans left, looks into the camera with his towel and tells Stu, this is it, my guy. One last run. You know what I mean? And that's it. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see any over the top, you know, WrestleMania type of entrance because it's not WrestleMania. This is just his last match, and it should just feel like a regular John Cena match to me.
I agree with you. And, you know, to go back to a question we had earlier, as far as would anyone interfere? Well, if anyone does interfere, it better be Stu.
Right.
Because it was always time to go to work. So now is Stu out of a job because he can no longer go to work?
Like, listen, man, John Cena's not here. What's going to happen to me?
Yeah.
What's going to happen to me?
Like, enough about all this John Cena stuff. What about my job?
Exactly.
But yeah, I mean, I can see, you know, like an incredible video tribute package to lead up to the entrance,
right?
But the entrance will be his regular,
regular black screen, John Cena,
and go nuts, crowd go nuts, move side to side, have the towel, you know, the last time is now. Say one more thing to Stu, and then make that last run in the ring.
That's the way I want to see it. That's the way I want to see it. Favorite John Cena match?
Ooh.
Don't you know, it's a tough one, but if you are one of your favorite John Cena matches, we'll make it a little easier.
The first one that popped into my mind was the Monday Night Raw 60-minute match against Shawn Michaels.
That was a good one.
Where Michaels won.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Because it was not advertised to go 60 minutes.
Right.
It was the first of its kind. We've had some, you know, like since then that have just been incredibly long. They're rare, which makes it stand out more. But this was the first of its kind on TV.
Yeah.
To have a match go that long.
Yeah.
So that was incredible. Money in the Bank with CM Punk. With Punk leaving.
2011. Yeah. That's one of mine. That's on my list.
I mean,
that entrance. That entrance was amazing. What about I like the one where he went against RVD, the ECW one.
He said a one night stand too.
One night stand, man. That was a scene, man.
By the way, everything we're naming, he lost.
Exactly.
All these matches, he lost.
Exactly. It just shows you what type of person he is.
He put over CM Punk.
Put over, you know,
I mean, he didn't need to
RVD.
put over Michaels, but he put over RVD and make RVD
Yep.
champion. That was huge.
Yep. We
I
talk
mean,
about it all the time. He put over Sheamus.
Yep.
Right?
One that he won stands out. It's probably my second favorite Rumble of all time, the 2008 one, where he came back like 4 months early or whatever from his
Super Cena. Yep.
Super Cena, and showed up at number 30, where no one thought he would show up. Like no one remotely thought, like, oh no, he might be back for WrestleMania.
Yeah. We got a comment here: Edge versus Cena, Unforgiven, 2006. Okay.
Yep, that's another incredible one.
Another classic.
Oh man, I mean, again, so many different ones, and again, and different aspects of opponents.
Yeah. You know which one was underrated to me?
AJ. Any of the AJ, well, any of them. Name any AJ style.
AJ style John Cena match was awesome.
Like, yeah, everyone. The one a couple months ago, incredible.
Yeah. Shawn Michaels, John Cena, WrestleMania 23.
Okay. I think that Monday Night Raw one was leading up to that.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite matches. That WrestleMania match was really good, man. Really good, because it gave Cena range, because you're in there with Mr. WrestleMania, and we saw a level of Cena in that match that I was like, oh, okay, he can go. Like this, he can go. He can go.
I mean, even we look at, some of the matches this year, and I know some people question some of them because of the heel turn aspects. But again, the match with AJ, the second match with Cody.
Yeah.
I honestly enjoyed both matches with Dominic. I know some people are back and forth with the Survivor Series one. I really enjoyed it.
I think his match with Punk was not bad too.
The match with Punk was good.
Yeah.
The match with Orton was fun, because all of a sudden you had the R-Truth aspect with it.
Yeah.
So you still had, these different moments, even in the final year of, hey, no, these were good matches.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it'd be really tough, to try to rank specific matches or a moment, that stood out,
especially on the spot too. Like we'll probably do one of these episodes. We'll just do a John Cena, kind of episode where we're highlighting certain things, and then we can really dictate that. Like I would love to do that.
What would be great? I know we're doing a John Cena tribute episode, but let's do a John Cena tribute episode.
Yeah, like a bigger one. Like a bigger one. Yeah, I do a bigger one. Yeah. But there's nothing wrong with that. People do it all the time. It's kind of more like an in-depth look at, like, maybe just like a match. It's like, okay, this match right here, let's dissect this match and see exactly what we saw in that match. Because I like those videos. I like when I see, because like you learn so much more about it when you really like take the time to just focus on everything that's happening. Like, if I watch John Cena versus The Rock 2013 WrestleMania 28 now, or 29, I will see some things in that match that I don't remember seeing because I watched it live, right? And those are the things that I really would love to do at some point. So, yeah.
Let me throw this question at you. Do you consider John Cena the greatest wrestler of all time?
No.
Why?
I think because when I think about wrestler, I'm thinking about in ring, just being able to do everything, right? Having, like, when I think about wrestler, greatest wrestler of all time, I'm thinking about people like Shawn Michaels. I'm thinking about Bret Hart.
Okay.
I'm thinking about Ric Flair.
Then let me rephrase it.
Yeah.
Is John Cena the greatest superstar of all time?
100%.
Is John Cena the greatest sports entertainer of all time?
That is tough, because
is John Cena the greatest WWE performer of all time?
It's between, well, I'm gonna give him the nod just because his whole career was here, right?
Sure.
Because I can say The Rock the same thing. I can say Stone Cold, but there's pockets of their careers that they weren't all here. I'm talking about Stone Cold, not The Rock, but but John Cena's entire career was here. So when we're talking about WWE product that turned out to be the biggest sports entertainer of all time, 100% is John Cena. Absolutely.
So I'm with you in regards to it. Again, it depends on what your definition of it is.
Yeah.
Because is he the greatest technical wrestler to ever wrestle? No, of course not.
No.
But I say, like, to be the face, to be the guy
that long
with the longevity.
Yeah.
Because that's the biggest thing. Because everyone forgets Steve Austin was the guy and was enormously the guy
for a short period of time.
4 years.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan was the guy for
7 years?
7 to 8 years.
Yeah.
John Cena realistically was the guy for
15 years.
No, more than that. More.
You think it was more than that?
I mean, he became the guy in 2005.
Right.
He remained the guy until like 2018, 2019.
When he stopped being full-time.
And then this year, for one more year, was the guy.
Right. That's fair. It's fair.
And that's obviously not counting all the separate appearances and Make-A-Wishes and all the records and all those things.
Yeah.
Because that's, again, a whole nother aspect of him as the person.
Right.
And how he represented himself, the company, the business, the product, etc.
Yeah. Not 100%, man. I don't think, and I've said this before on this show, when we were talking about John Cena, I don't think that we'll ever see a total package like John Cena again for WWE. We'll probably see it somewhere else, but just because of, like, you got to think about the perfect storm of events, right? This is a guy that came through the development system. He then came to the main roster. It didn't work. They were very close to, like, releasing him. And then Stephanie McMahon hears him do this thing on the bus and is like, oh, that's cool. Go ahead and try that. And we create this character that has staying power. And let's talk about the evolution of that character. It went from him being the Thugonomics guy, then him still being the hip hop guy. And then it went from him completely getting out of that hip hop phase. And now he's doing the salute, right? He's doing this. Like he's honoring the troops. There was so many different variations of John Cena throughout his tenure, but the guy always stayed true to himself in regards to the character, right? Yeah. And that's very hard to do, no matter all the pressure that was happening. That's why I'm saying, like, the polarization, everything about this character, everything that he created in that ring as a character, everything. I don't think we'll ever see that again. It was just perfect. It was perfect. It was the perfect person to deliver it. And it was just a perfect time for him to be able to carry the company. A lot of people say that John Cena's rise and John Cena being the face of the company was in WWE's down moments, the PG era and all this other stuff, but he still did it. And he still did it with respect. He still did it with consistency. He still did it with putting guys over, building the company, building new stars. Think about how many new stars were created in John Cena's tenure of being the face of the company. CM Punk, Edge, like the list goes on of guys that you would say, oh my God, this guy, there's so many great wrestlers in his time, but yet John Cena was still the guy, and he helped like build all of this stuff. And that's why people have such a reverence about him. They respect him so much because that's what he did. It's probably, I wouldn't say it's the greatest wrestling career of all time, but man, is it pretty close.
You spoke on it during this, from TV 14/MA era, TV PG era, to mocking presidents, to supporting presidents, to being the one who publicly announced to the crowd about Osama bin Laden was compromised, as he worded it, from Disney to ECW,
right,
from OVW to FSW to NXT. He has helped mold all of these things. And to your point, where he came from developmental, he came the same time as Batista, Orton, and Brock Lesnar. So 3 of the other greatest of all time, and he had to maneuver his way to be above them.
Exactly. He found a way to be the guy when he wasn't supposed to be the guy.
Right. And Shelton Benjamin in that class as well, where he is in that conversation that we can have another day for the most underrated wrestler of all time.
100%. Yeah, he's up there.
But he was in that group as well.
Yeah.
And then again, Cena goes up and elevates Orton to his level, Batista to his level, Punk to his level, Edge to his level, Wade Barrett to his level, RVD to his level, Sheamus to his level, Dolph Ziggler to his level, the Spirit Squad to his level.
Goes on.
It continues to go on and on and on and on and on, still to this day, where he brought Dominic Mysterio to his level. He is now bringing Gunther to his level.
Didn't even talk about it. Let The Miz have a WrestleMania moment.
The Miz to his level.
Because listen, when we're gonna dissect the Miz's championship year. That's gonna be a story, because I think it's one of the greatest runs of a champion in the company's history. That's just my opinion, and he doesn't get the credit for that. But we'll keep it on Cena right now.
Again, like if we're doing that conversation of superstar, as I mentioned a few minutes ago, Miz is one of the top 10, if not maybe top 5.
Yeah.
Again, different story for a different day.
Yes.
But yeah, with Cena, again, all these people, and then continuing to elevate them, continuing to teach. Just last week, Bayley taking the Cena mantra. Do you know the thing that Bayley did with a bunch of independent women wrestlers?
No, tell me about it.
Bayley set this thing up. She started pitching for it a couple months ago, and then this last week it happened, where she pitched, I want to help develop the future of women's wrestling. Women wrestlers out there, submit to this email video of your stuff. I want to give this like seminar intensive for you guys.
That's cool.
All you have to do, if you're selected, all you have to do is get there. I will take care of the rest.
Wow.
And there were probably 20 to 30 women from the independent scene that then she set up at the Flatbacks Wrestling School, which is Sean Spears and Tyler Breeze's wrestling school in Florida. She housed them, trained them, had all different wrestlers come in to help give like master classes and workshops for these women on the independent scene.
Wow.
And who was one of the people that came? John Cena.
There you go.
John Cena came in and spoke to them about all of it. There's a great viral video going on right now of a couple-minute interaction of Bayley in the ring with Lizzie, the young hugger, who is now a wrestler on the independent scene. She was there, and they got to lock up in the ring.
That's amazing.
But Bayley doesn't do that stuff
without Cena
if she wasn't inspired by John Cena.
Right.
The Saturday Night's Main Event is featuring, as of right now, 4 different of the standouts of NXT. Technically 3 NXT and 1 TNA.
Yeah.
But all those people are about to be shot to the moon on the main roster.
Yeah.
And John Cena wants to make sure they're there. He cares about the business and he cares about the stuff going forward.
Right.
And there are other people that certainly care. And, Cody cares, Miz cares, Bayley, obviously, with example, so they care. But all of them have developed this based on what they learned from Cena.
Yeah.
And now the key thing is, okay, he taught them, and now it's going to be up to them to then teach the next generation,
Pass
and
the
so
torch.
on and so forth.
Absolutely. It's just, it's again, it's a bittersweet. I don't know if we'll get some tears from Cena on Saturday, but it wouldn't shock me just because
you'll get them from me. I'm sure I will tear up.
Yeah. I'm sure there's not going to be a dry eye in the place just because of, again, like, as wrestling fans, we just want to tell them thanks. Like, thank you for just being who you were for 20 plus years and never changing, right? Just being as consistent as possible, as good as possible, doing all of the good charity work that you do, just being somebody who is a fan of the business, right? Like that gets lost a lot, where these guys are making tons of money. John Cena made a ton of money in WWE, but he was always a fan. He just always came off as just, I'm a fan of this. Like, I get to do this every day. Like, this doesn't even make sense that you're paying me all of this money for me to just go out here and just have fun with these people every day. Like, you know what I mean? It's, and that's what the business is about. Like, I feel that over the last few years, the business has gotten a little bit too serious for me sometimes, where like, and there's nothing wrong with being serious because it is a serious sport, but it's just more about like, I want to see guys just embrace it and have the fun with it. You know what I mean? Like, be fans. Like, you grew up being fans of this. Like, show that. You know what I mean? Show that enthusiasm. And that's why, you see what you see out of Punk now. Punk feels like John Cena right now. He feels like he's just embracing this, and it's like, man, I'm just having fun, man. Like, this is like whatever the company wants to do. It's I'm not here to fight. I'm not here to tell you I need to be. Doesn't, like, I am just here to help, and that's where that's the essence of this business, is that you have your greats. They it was always, they do the job on the way out, right, to leave the place better than when they found it. And that's John Cena. I think he's done his job. And we're all just gonna miss him, man. It really is just gonna be a bittersweet moment, and there's just never gonna be another John Cena. Never.
No, you're absolutely right. There's not. And I mean, and it was so impactful for you. I never even noticed you took those shades off like 45 minutes ago.
Yeah. Took it off because I had to get real about Cena. I'm not gonna keep these glasses on and talk about John. Gotta take them off.
Well, because I figured that was the sole reason you were in mourning. That there couldn't have been anything else.
No. I'll probably wear these on Saturday though. My wife would be like, "Why are you wearing glasses?" Don't worry. There's dust in here. There's dust in here, and I gotta make sure I keep the dust out of my eyes.
Right.
Yeah. But any last words, sir? Final words for this show. Final words for John Cena. Final words for our appreciation for what he's given us over these 20 plus years.
I mean, he really was an inspiring figure for people in any level of wrestling. You don't have to just be a wrestler to be inspired by him.
Right.
And I know for me, he was born and raised in West Newbury, Massachusetts, not far from where I grew up. He played football and went to college at Springfield College, which is within 10 to 15 minutes from where I grew up. And I went to basketball camp for a couple summers at that college.
Nice.
So it's interesting, to know like someone who has made such an impact on literally millions and millions of people, whether just entertaining them in wrestling or being their Make-A-Wish or the movies or whatever the case may be, that they're in your backyard. Like, you never know. They're everywhere. They're not like, in some special town that no one knows of.
Yeah.
That only select people get to, be bred as the next coming of something. He came from a small town right by my small town. And that always inspired me because just like, hey, he came from the same type of area that I did, and look what he made for himself, and look what he did for the business that I love, and look what he's done for so many wrestlers and fans.
Right.
And like you said a few minutes ago, it will never be duplicated.
No.
So there you go.
Well said, my friend. Well said. Like I said, well, we're gonna watch it. There probably will be some tears. You'll know. I'm probably gonna call you and get your. I want to FaceTime you and see the emotion.
Will he say on the microphone at some point, "My time is up, their time is now"?
Yes, he will definitely say that.
Will he say, "You no longer can see me"?
Probably. Well, no, he's going to be like, well, since I signed this new ambassador deal, you will see me, but just not doing this anymore. So
will he say, "You want some? Too bad. You're not getting any more"?
No, he'll say that, Mr. Never Give Up finally had to give up because my body has no more. That's probably what he'll say.
Mm-hmm.
So, on that note, next week will be a different show just because we will be doing a show without the great John Cena to talk about. So who will be carrying the show? What storylines will we be talking about? I did hear a rumor about something for 2026 that I'm going to wait for next week to talk.
A tease.
Yeah. It's good. And I think you're going to be extremely excited about it.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll leave that just there.
All right. It's going to be all El Grande Americano all the time.
Possibly.
Yes.
Well, listen, this is the wrestling show that has no name. That is Josh Tariff, my good friend. I am Barry Grant Jr. This is John Cena's farewell. We love you. We're going to miss you. But, the business goes on without you just the way you want it to. And hopefully somebody can be able to be at least 10% of what you've given us. So, salutes to John Cena, and see you guys next week.